So for weeks there's been talk of Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Love trade, and even both teams even talked about it and exchanged in trade talks for both of it. But Cleveland, last time they went and exchanged trade talks, they shut down the offer for Kevin Love, straight up for Carmelo Anthony. And there's even tons of articles saying LeBron is pushing the Cavs to go and get Carmelo Anthony, which is basically wrong, because today is proven wrong by this one tweet right here by Chris Broussard, who said that, per some knowledge, LeBron is not pushing the Cavs to trade Kevin Love for Carmelo Anthony. But one thing is, what if Kevin Love was traded to the New York Knicks in exchange for Carmelo Anthony straight up, and see what happened to both franchises this season, and see if who wins the championship, even if the Cavs go back to back. So for the Knicks, it'd probably help him out the most in this trade, just based on the fact that Kevin Love, he brings that winning mentality from Cleveland to New York, and see if he can go and match up maybe well with Kristaps Porzingis. But for Cleveland though, franchise-wise, it doesn't make sense. From Carmelo Anthony is 5 years older than Kevin Love. Plus, the only way it benefits them is basically LeBron wants him here. So it's the only reason why it benefit the Cavs. So I'm going to do one season simulation with both the Knicks and the Cavs, and see what would happen even if the trade doesn't happen at all. Like, if it doesn't happen, normally they proceed their operations. So going into this last half of the season though with the Cavs, right now they're 40-19. Derrick Rose gets injured for the Knicks, which is not good for them, because their playoff chances go down the toilet usually when Derrick Rose gets injured. Because right now, so far this season, Derrick Rose has been like one of the only bright spots, plus Kristaps Porzingis play about the Knicks this year. But when it comes to without the trade, obviously Russell Westbrook wins MVP, Nikola Jokic is your most improved, and obviously the Warriors are the best team in the NBA. But there's your All-NBA first team. You have LeBron still on there, Giannis in the second team there for the All-NBA second team. Third team, you have Steph Curry, you have Hassan Whiteside, and so on. But so I'm just gonna go through like the All-NBA teams, see if they stay the same, see if they're different, and all that kind of stuff with both these simulations, because you never know what would happen if this trade happens, if it knocks down the dominoes, and it almost has a domino effect on the NBA. So the Knicks actually make the playoffs here in the season sim without the trade even happening. So the Cavs, number 1 seed in the East, the Knicks, 7th seed in the East. So Kevin Love, 19.9 points per game, 10.9 rebounds, a double-double average in that season. Melo, 22.7 points per game, 8 rebounds, 3.4 assists, not too bad with a sprained ankle day-to-day. So first series of the playoffs here, we have the Celtics up 3-1 against the Knicks, and the Knicks come back from 3-1, the Cavs won 4-1 over the Wizards. Now they're both moving on to the second round. So after this round, the Knicks are eliminated by the Atlanta Hawks. The Cavs sweep the Pacers easily there. So it's Cavs and Atlanta Hawks Eastern Conference there. And the Cavs, they sweep the Atlanta Hawks, move on to the NBA Finals, take on Chris Paul and the LA Clippers. So Chris Paul versus LeBron. LeBron wins this one 4-1, and the Cavs have won the NBA championship, go back-to-back with the NBA title. So in this season, without the trade happening, LeBron wins the NBA championship, wins Finals MVP there, averaging a double-double or even a triple-double in the Finals. So Kevin Love, 19.9 points per game in the playoffs. Melo, 20.6 points per game in the playoffs with the Knicks, and they made it around 2, which is pretty good. So what if the trade actually happens? So you make the trade there, obviously had to go and take off Melo's no trade clause right there, but Melo fitting in well there in the 4th spot there in Cleveland. I just went and let the computer put him where they want him to, because to be honest, I don't know where Kevin Love goes in the Knicks organization. I believe he goes at the 5 spot or the 4th spot if there's a trade that happens, because Kristaps could go and slide down to the 5. So the first match in the Cavs and the Knicks, Carmelo Anthony 16 points against his former team, and Kevin Love 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists against the Cavs. So not too bad there, but Montrezl keeps getting injured for the Cavs. The Knicks, though, they're just not doing good at all. 30-43. It seems like they're not going to make the playoffs here. Montrezl still gets injured for the Cavs. And Derrick Rose, right hand fracture. It almost solidifies the Knicks do not make the playoffs. So James Harden wins MVP in this one. Last time Russell won it. Joel Embiid's still Rookie of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year is Tyler Johnson. Hassan Whiteside still wins DPOI. And Steph Curry and the Warriors still best team in the NBA. So All-NBA first team, same old. Second team, Steph Curry makes that one. Third team, Chris Paul's on that one too, along with Blake Griffin. So I guess same old, almost the same all teams. This time in this season sim though, we do have our man James Harden going and winning the MVP over Russell Westbrook, where he won it last time. So the Knicks didn't make the playoffs at all. I believe they're a few games out of the playoff spot. The Cavs still number 1 there in the East. But it looks like Kevin Love 20.1 points per game, 11.2 rebounds, average double-double right there. Melo 21.6 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3.8 assists, so not too bad of a season there with the Cavs. So Melo fitting in pretty well there. They won 57 games there in the Cavs, whereas the Knicks of 30-44 didn't make the playoffs last time they did without the trade. So the Cavs will be watching them. They go and sweep the Charlotte Hornets in the first round. Next round, they're facing off against the Hawks. They win 4-1 against the Hawks. Now they're facing off against the Celtics here in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics go and sweep the Cavs, who go on to the NBA Finals, take on the San Antonio Spurs, and This series, though, the series is actually not too bad, though. It's a pretty tough, competitive series right there, but ultimately, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA championship here in 2017. So, in one alternate dimension, the Spurs win the NBA championship here, that trade happening. So, without the trade, LeBron and the Cavs go back-to-back, LeBron Finals MVP, and so on. But with the trade, though, they somehow lose the NBA championship, don't even make the Finals, in fact. And it looks like the Celtics and the Spurs make the Finals. So, it looks like Kawhi Leonard getting that Finals MVP there with the San Antonio Spurs, even without Tim Duncan, one of the best power forwards of all time. So, it's pretty good to see that. But the Knicks did make the playoffs, so no playoff stats for Kevin Love and the Knicks. Whereas Carmelo Anthony, 17.3 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, and so on. So, in conclusion, both teams actually benefit if the trade doesn't even happen at all, since Kevin Love and the Knicks miss the playoffs, and LeBron and the Cavs don't even make the NBA Finals and don't go back-to-back.